Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes. I hate admitting to it.
But like your things probably come up because you have a weird last name.
Oh, yeah.
Where I can never get, and there's so many people with my exact name out there. I'm in a Facebook group with like 80 of them.
Of the Whites?
Yeah, of Jacob Whites, yeah.
Oh, in case you guys are wondering, that's Jacob and I'm Robert.
Yeah. But so I've tried to be more specific and looked up Jacob White Des Moines because it's the city we live in.
Yeah.
And I always forget that the worst shit comes up. It just immediately, Jacob White, Iowa sex offender registry. I'm like, God damn it.
I think there's a few things that come up when you Google my name like that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Because the issues, there's like 3 Jacob Whites in this area who have been, and they're all bald men with light beards. They're just not me. They're much bigger than me.
And they're doing bad shit.
Yeah. And like, so that's what comes up. That's such a fucking bummer.
I'm going to go into private browsing that I only use to Google myself, nothing else. And I'm going to type my name in and see what happens.
Oh, there's one that's a drug and alcohol counselor in the area. That's good.
Oh, that's good, at least.
But then, yep, the registry, a different guy in the registry, Oh, they might be. They are the same guy. They just look different. Jacob R. White. He's a bad dude. And then there's one who plays the French horn.
Damn. Okay, so when maybe because it's on my phone, but it's like the first thing that comes up is my Instagram, and then an article from DMAC comes up.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cool. And then like my video I just posted about freelancing.
Yeah.
And then when you keep scrolling, there's images, and it goes Robert Zortman obituary.
Ooh.
This guy's dead.
Oh shit! That guy shouldn't be.
That's not. Yeah, it's a kid.
Yep.
I mean, not a kid. Like it's a teenager.
It's still sad, but
yeah.
You show me a 2-year-old.
And then an IMDb of not me actor family tree.
Oh
wait,
yeah.
We might have been in that.
What?
I think family tree is that Christmas.
Oh, that short we helped with.
Yeah, I think. Damn,
So that means I now have 3 IMDb's.
God damn, that's cool as hell, dude.
Because my old video production group I was in, they accidentally made me 2. So now I have another one.
Well, I tried getting on IMDb to post Game Over, like our 48-hour film.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to jump through so many hoops. So I was like, nah, I don't.
Do it later when we have a lot of shit to add.
Yeah. So I'll just put it on my website that gets only me to click on.
That's fair. But what'd you click on? It's the Moist Monday podcast.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's play some ukes and saxies. Hard crack. How's everyone doing?
Getting moist out there?
Yeah, I need just hard cracking another beer. How's everyone doing? It's freaking springtime. It's Marchy, baby.
Oh, shit, right.
It's March. How does it feel to be green? Earth Day's in April.
What?
That's the green Earth Day.
Oh, sure, okay.
Yeah, but green, St. Patrick's Day, March, baby. How's everyone doing? Yeah, green. Hopefully you're feeling green, but not in a sick way. In a fun way.
Yeah.
In a silly way.
Can I tell you how I'm feeling today?
Yeah, tell me how you're feeling in this beautiful March day.
I am so sore. I went to a 2-year-old's birthday party yesterday, and it turns out...
out of context, this sounds really bad.
It's my nephew's. I was just strolling around, I crashed a 2-year-old's birthday party.
And how? Why are you sore?
Because it was at a karate dojo. And the entire time, my 4-year-old niece and her best friend were just beating the shit out of me. They have a new game every time they see me where they take my hat and yelled, "You're bald," and then they run away.
That is awesome.
For them, I suppose.
It's so mean, though.
I'm just bald.
Kids are so mean. It's like, oh, what's your biggest insecurity?
Let me just point at it and laugh and tell my friends to make a game out of it.
That is hilarious.
Was that
how do you react when they do that?
Well, it becomes a game because I'm fine that I'm bald right now. Then I just chase them around. And
you finally accepted it?
I just kind of had to. Every time you look in a mirror, it's just there.
It is weird when you take your hat off sometimes. I'm always like,
there's a glare in here.
What, Bruce Willis, is that you? Is it a compliment?
I don't know.
Not if you look at him now.
Not current.
But that's what when I see you bald, that's what I picture.
You think of current Bruce Willis.
And for those of you that don't know, look it up.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
So
look it up after the episode.
Actually, don't look it
Otherwise,
up.
I'll ruin this episode for you.
I think this episode's already ruined, to be honest. So what were you doing at the karate dojo besides playing I'm bald?
So there's a bounce house, and they had a ton of like swords, but like they were like foam swords, but more hardcore because it's for people actually learning how to fight with like katanas and shit. Like he also cut the birthday cake with a katana, which was awesome.
What?
I know. Just pulls that fucker
That's
out.
badass.
It was badass.
When you were like, I want to do that.
I know. I was like, can I play with that now?
And he goes, no, because you said play.
But yeah, these kids are ruthless already. Because they were beating on me with swords, and then I would grab one to like defend myself and like play fight back, and they'd be like, no, and they would take it and then keep hitting. And the one that's my niece's best friend, who's always been the sweetest little shyest thing. This is the first time she's really like played with me before, and she was just trying to saw my head off, like, and she was gritting her teeth, and she's like, "Don't do it!"
Oh my god!
Yeah, and by "don't do that," she means wear a hat. Or like I would like grab my niece and like throw in the bounce house or shit, and then this other one would just be like trying to murder me.
Is there any other adults playing with them?
Yeah, well, my whole family, because also you know how my
so
family.
wild to picture like a bunch of 4-year-olds, and then you're just like, come here. I'm gonna get
It's my niece
and her friends.
Well, yeah, that has been at every like event I've been to with them.
It's just funny to picture like just you.
If another person saw me.
Oh, don't worry.
But my whole family is very punchy with each other. Like we're not it's like we're always messing with each other, and it's
but in an abusive way.
Yeah, but everybody does it, so it's fine.
That's how you justify abuse.
Well, I think if it's playful and everyone does it.
I've made fun of it before on the pod.
But this was great because we were all on padded surfaces.
Oh, that's fun as well.
Because also, you know, like I will just take Izzy down constantly because it's
not
so
on
much
padded
fun.
surfaces.
No, I lay her down softly there. Here, I can just throw her down, and it's great.
Throw her into a bush.
Yeah, I guess I did do that on our first date.
She stuck around.
She did. She stuck to that bush too.
That's the secret to relationships, actually.
Push them in. But it was great, except for like, so yeah, my whole family's very attacky to each other. So we got out of a lot of aggression. And then they also had those gator balls.
Oh, yeah.
Which were what we played dodgeball with when we weren't allowed to play with the big rubber balls.
The gator balls gator balls are dope because you can one-handed grab it good.
Yeah, that's true because they are squishy. Yeah.
And then you can just rip it because there's like enough mass to it.
It's still got enough weight that it stings.
We used to play dodgeball all the time in the wrestling room. Remember that in junior high? And it was fun as fuck because it was free for all dodgeball. Yeah. And so people are just running off the walls and diving.
It was like this.
It was amazing.
And there was also a bounce house.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I only whipped one person in the face with the ball once on accident. It was my sister, where she was like probably like 20 feet away, and I whipped it. And you know, like how those things can like curve any way, and just curved right up and slammed into her face.
Just like front on.
Yeah, my oldest sister.
It'd be so funny. Just like, and then her nose starts bleeding.
It's just crushed.
Just Jesus. Take the balls away from Jacob.
And I will admit, also, I did accidentally punch Izzy in the face.
Oh, yeah, he told me this. And he goes, it's a secret.
So what happened was, because later on we also found Nerf guns. So that was a whole thing.
At the dojo?
Yep.
Dang.
This dojo is awesome. I might have my birthday party there.
I think you should.
I know.
Fucking 29, baby. Let's go. Let's celebrate your 29 in the dojo.
We were in the bounce house with Nerf guns, and also the dodgeballs were still in play too. And so I was throwing it out like the slide hole, and she was trying to shoot into the slide hole. So as I was throwing, she ducks in, and I just like, after the swing, just smack her right in the face, and she just goes down.
Just down.
Yep. It was just very much, I'm sorry, you know that wasn't on purpose. Like, she just
even though 2 minutes ago he goes, my family's really punchy.
That's true, but not in the face.
Yeah.
Not hard.
And
not
then he
the
goes,
face.
It was an accident.
Because I think my favorite way to fight my family is just you push on the back of their knees and then grab them and just lay them down. You feel like a Splinter Cell assassin, like a hitman guard.
Yeah, you freaking sneak up and then you just drop them.
Yeah, you just bump the back of their knees so they can't.
That's awesome.
It's so much fun.
Them. That's like, yeah, that's like what you do in like Metal Gear and shit like that. That's fucking, and then you just drag the body and hide it. Put it in the bushes, no one will see.
Oh, because it was fun. They had like the big pads for like people to punch and stuff.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah, so I was playing with the kick pad one where I was holding it, my mom was kicking it, and then the dojo, the sensei, I think, snuck around me, and after my mom did a kick, he did a kick, and Jesus Christ, that is so different.
Yeah, you went flying.
I didn't fall fully, but it knocked the wind out of me.
You fell a little bit.
Well, I like fell back. Yeah, and he was like, "That was a 20%," and I do regret not being like, "Give me." Not a full kick, but give me
that was 20%.
I want to know what a real kick feels like through that, where a guy who's good enough to have his own place and teach.
Yeah, a guy that is born to kick.
Yeah. I want to know what that feels like.
Sometimes you're born to yell bingo and other times you're just born to kick. That dude, yeah, I wonder what that would, even with a cushion. But like, I mean, he trains like that's how he fights.
It's a solid cushion too, because otherwise you had to go through it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you still feel. I mean, it is
wild. Like when you watch those like kickboxers and stuff like that, when they're like practicing on like those bags,
and then they just swinging. That kick. When if you and I pushed on it, we couldn't even get it to swing. No, and much.
They just boom. Yeah, or like some scenes from like UFC and stuff where they just like Jesus. Or like you see the ripples in their face and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Even like a punch do that. God, that's a wild sport that I don't get at all.
I don't know if Izzy's face rippled at all when I hit it.
It was for fun. We're not abusive. We're just punchy.
So another thing that happened for fun. I didn't do this. I just witnessed this. And I respect the hell out of my oldest sister for this. Because she'd spend the night at my other sister's house who has the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And they built like, not a Lego thing, but it's like these plastic shapes with magnets on the end so you can build with them.
I think I had those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Those were awesome.
And anytime we go over, we always play with them.
Colored plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And at the end of the night, there's a few big things around, and my niece goes over and looks at my oldest sister, or I don't know if she looked at her specifically or if she just did it, but she destroyed it for fun. And then my oldest sister just gets up and goes, "Hey," and like has the kid look and just steps on her.
Oh my God, just look what I can.
And then I cry laughing, and the kid cries. It was so funny.
She just goes, "Hey."
Yeah, and then she's like, "Probably shouldn't have done that." But I was like, she's got to learn.
Yep,
mutually assured destruction.
That's hilarious because it's just so much more. Just fuck you.
Just immediately just.
That's basically what that was. It was a fuck you to the world. That's a power move though. When you just like,
I respect it.
Boom. Yep. I bet it was just like she didn't mean to do it. It was just a reaction. She's like, "Oh, that's how you're gonna do it."
No, she went over and then got the kid's attention
so she could watch it.
I think it was just like, well,
wasn't planning for this. Yeah, wasn't planning for this day to come.
Yeah. Time to teach you a lesson. Oh, but that made me so happy.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Like, you probably didn't need to do that, but like, I'm fine that kid learned that lesson.
It's fun to destroy things.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, so I'd love to do puzzles.
Yeah.
But I see videos online of like, people will like finish a puzzle and then like someone will come over and just like,
I hate that.
I'm just like, oh, dude, I might flip a switch. Like if someone did that to me, I might lose my mind. Because I spend like months on puzzles.
And like if you don't get the time to truly appreciate it.
And then when I do complete it, because I live alone,
you leave it up for a while.
I leave it up for a while. So every time I walk in, I can look at it and I'm like,
you should get a glass that fits over your table. So when you're building the puzzle, you can just do it on the table. And then once it's done for a while, you can just put the glass over it. And you can still use the table.
Well, it's an extra table.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like in my living room. It's the table in my office.
Oh, okay. You do it on there now.
And so it's not like I only really sit there for puzzles. It's my puzzle table because it's so big.
And you're an old man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Except I'm doing a puzzle right now that my sister got me for Christmas. It's a Monet photo.
Okay.
Oh my God. I only have the border done.
Sure.
And that took me hours because it's a Monet painting. So it's like, it's all just green and pink.
Sure.
And every piece looks the same.
Sure.
And what's wild is some of the pieces have flat edges that aren't edge pieces.
Yeah.
Like it's like
solid
a hard puzzle and then a hard puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it. And then I got one from the Rockies when I was in Colorado, and that one looks like it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, can I just do an easy one?
Get like one of those children ones.
It's like 10 pieces.
Or where it's just like a giraffe that you have to put in the right spot. Just get those.
Put the giraffe in the box. He doesn't fit. Just throw a fit. I've lived by myself.
Just on your table for years.
I can't solve it. Yeah. But I like putting on like a podcast and just doing a puzzle and like having a
P&P?
drink.
Yeah.
A little PNP.
Yeah.
A little podcast and puzzling.
Yeah. Good way to
just
spend an afternoon.
You just went on a trip
Oh yeah, I did. God,
for work.
Yeah, I found out on Monday. They were like, "Hey, you're going to Milwaukee." I'm like, "All right, when?" And they're like, "Thursday."
Milwaukee's 6 hours from here.
Yep. And it's me and my coworker who had to go. And so then the next day, my coworker's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking we head out here at 5 a.m." I'm like, "God,
Jesus,
but damn it."
Yeah, because you guys it was a day trip.
Yep. Yeah, we were supposed to go there and back.
Yikes, dude.
That's a guarantee because it's 6.5 hours, and the truck that we get can only go 65 miles an hour. So that's a guaranteed like 14 hours of just driving.
Yeah. And that sucks because you do all that driving just to like pick up and drop off cabinets.
That is
and then
all
come back.
we do. Yep.
And then when you get back, do you have to unload the truck or you're like, let's do it
You
tomorrow?
have to unload the truck and then you have to return the truck.
Oh, yeah, because it's a rental.
Yep.
God damn it.
And so then the person.
What time did you guys get back?
So, all right. So we started at 5 a.m.
Yikes.
We drove probably like 7 or something hours there.
How was because you stayed up a little late the night before.
Well, right, because we had D&D the night before.
we were doing D&D.
So I was lucky because the guy, he was the one who said, we'll leave at 5 a.m. He did offer to do the driving in the beginning.
Yes. Did you sleep?
I got probably like 2 hours of sleep.
Hey, that's not bad. Not bad, yeah.
Because that means I probably got like 5 that night. So like up to 7 hours, not good sleep because also the bench in that truck is horrible. My ass hurts.
It's always
so
bumpy. Yeah,
bad.
and it's not cushiony.
I just threw in a podcast, but it was weird because Spotify.
What podcast do you sleep to?
I don't remember what I started with.
If you want someone to sleep through, put this on.
I don't know. I don't know if this would be a good sleeping one. But the weird thing is,
No, I'm just saying because it's boring as hell.
oh yeah, then we'll get a full view.
Put it on full volume. You ain't sleeping now, bitch.
That did sound like an air horn. That was a good air horn impersonation.
That came out of my mouth. Could I do it again? No.
Not bad.
Oh, wow.
It
Okay.
kind of sounds like you have to like change your smoke detector.
Yeah, I'm like pushing like really hard in the back of my throat when I do it.
We need helium again.
I can't
you
do
lost
I
it.
lost it. Okay, but going back to your story.
But like I fell asleep to a podcast and then I'd wake up and just a different podcast would be playing.
Oh, because it just keeps going.
It shuffles like all the podcasts.
It goes like what you listen to, and it's like the most modern episode, I think. Right?
No.
Oh,
it
no.
played a random episode from another podcast I like.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's not even like the
No,
new.
so I fell asleep to like a comedian podcast and then I woke up to a D&D podcast. And then
You
I
wake
think
up and they're going, cast a spell on the Dragonborn.
Yeah, exactly,
Just,
yeah.
what the fuck?
But yeah, the drive up was fine. We did the basic stuff at the job, which took a few hours, and then the drive
Oh
back,
my
I
God.
did
That's
it.
such a long day, dude.
Yeah, it was, and also,
And that's a Thursday, so then you have to go to work the next day.
and Milwaukee. Maybe it was just the area we were in, looking a little fucking rough.
Is it really?
Well, there's a couple needles on the ground by the warehouse, and also they were like, "Hey, you see that? That's human shit." And we were like, "Jesus Christ!"
I've been to that Uptown a few times. That Uptown is amazing.
It was by the warehouse, not the actual
yeah,
Uptown.
the actual Uptown's in a nice area.
Yeah, the actual Uptown, that might be my favorite one, besides the Des Moines one, which has its charm.
But what I love about
love
the Milwaukee one is they built it from scratch. Like they built it to be an Uptown. So like literally, it's so awesome. It's so big. It's 1 and 2 stories, and there's an outdoor patio.
Yeah, and
which
then-
I always go, wait, I'm going to Milwaukee in like a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
for a convention.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I moved.
It's
like,
awesome.
I moved like 15 games there.
And I love that they have like the N64 hooked up
Yep.
over the stairs.
I know, it's so cool, yeah.
It's such a sweet fucking setup.
Because that one's pretty similar to, I think, the Kansas City up down. And
Oh, yeah.
the Minneapolis, like all the other up downs are a lot more similar besides the Des Moines.
The
just
Des
'cause
Moines,
it's the
yeah.
OG.
And also they
We don't have a patio.
and well it initially was just a basement,
Yep.
and then they grew to a 2-story, and it's still small.
Yeah.
Like
I think we got more games than some of the other places, though.
oh really?
Yeah. I think Nashville's the biggest.
That'd be fun
I
as
really want to
fuck.
go to Nashville, yeah.
You gotta wear your cowboy boots and your cowboy hat.
I would love to get cowboy boots. I'd
Would you?
never wear them. I guess if I had to choose one, I'd rather get a cowboy hat.
I mean, you are bald,
I know. And it's just something new to do.
and then your niece will be like, "Take it off."
Yeah, and then
You're
she'll
not
really-
a cowboy.
She'll really be able to grab that one.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things to grab on a cowboy hat.
No.
I'm just not a boot guy.
No. I mean, I like
You
I like my
boots,
boots. Yeah, they're different than cowboy boots. They don't go up my calf.
But you could get like, snakeskin boots.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I'm just
Some
like,
spurs.
what are the new boot goofing?
Yeah.
It's like, But I just always wear Converse because I don't like heavy shit on my feet.
That's all you've ever done too.
I know that's all I ever wear.
Do you think you have any back issues from the flat-footedness of it, of always being in that? 'Cause isn't that a thing?
Here's a little insider info.
Yeah.
All of my Converse have gels in them.
That's smart though.
Because it does give me lower back problems. Because I used to wear them. I used to be on my feet all day working, and I would wear them. And so I was like, Mom, my lower back hurts so
And it's
bad.
just from your
and
flat
I'm 22.
God, my back's hurt since I was 22.
But the gels,
though, yeah.
if I don't wear the gels, it's fucking weird. Like I need them. I have to put them in every pair of shoes I have.
That is weird for Converse to wear gels, I feel like.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, trying to be a cool kid.
Dr. Scholl. That's why it's an insider info, dude. I'm not going around telling people. But it helps a ton.
All right. I did get gels for that. Or not gels, but I got like inserts for my last shoes.
Dude, it's like, ooh.
Because that was when I was doing
Especially
FedEx
when they're
too.
fresh.
I needed upgrade my shoes. Those things are falling apart from FedEx.
Yeah.
Yep. They're like split all the way up the side.
That's how I wear my shoes until like literally fall off my feet.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm like, fuck, I only have this. I don't have any other pairs.
I'm fucked for the
I have to walk
5 days.
I have to walk to the store with this on. I mean, back in the day, I used to duct tape my shoes.
I remember that. I had to duct tape my steel toes when I was a welder.
I remember that, and you just had tape like dangling
all the way around it,
and it's just dangling off.
And like sometimes the steel toe would fall out, and just a hunk of metal.
And it just looked because it was just covered in like welding dust or debris.
Yeah, it would get
just
real
so
rough.
dirty. You just kick them off.
The last time when I finally decided to get new boots, I welded the steel toes on them.
Smart.
I just welded shit to them and wore them just so there'd be a giant block
Just
on my
so
foot.
stupid.
I had like a cube on my foot.
Looks so stupid.
Yeah.
This is called fashion, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of shoes, speaking of Donald Trump released shoes, did you see that?
Yeah.
It's a little late news probably by the time you're hearing this. But
big and shiny.
but what is it?
It's a last ditch effort.
For what?
Money. I think with the court cases and all the shit.
Oh, you think he's broke?
I think
not-
he's kind of always been broke, but now he's getting sued, and like you need to like front that money. It's like
So now he's making gold sneakers?
yeah, and they're not cool, but they're awesome. Like they look horrible, but they're great.
It's just wild. Like I'm like, what are you doing?
They're giant too. They look like snowboarding shoes.
I think I want to see him wear them. Like, come on.
He never. I don't. He wore the "Make America Great," but also I think that was just a ploy to cover his hair.
Yeah, but he would wear the hat with a suit. You know.
Yeah.
He's always wearing that weird suit. But I want to see those gold shoes with his suit on.
God, and he was president, and I really do. If I had to put money on it, I think he'll be president again.
Yeah.
Because Biden's just not there, and I've noticed like more like Democratic and liberal media are making more comments about it.
No, Jon Stewart came back.
And also like MSNBC did like a thing where they're like, how is your mental capabilities? And
Well, Jon Stewart like came back, which is awesome because I love him.
I know.
And
he's the best.
He did a thing because he's, that left side or whatever.
Yeah.
But he did a thing where he made fun of Biden and everyone got mad at him and he's like,
what is
what's
this?
wrong with
what
me?
what are we doing if we cannot? Because
everyone should be like, yeah, what are we doing?
because all of us should be mad that he's running again, or that he
can't
won
even
the
talk.
first time. Yeah,
I can't wait for what is it, the primaries or whatever, like the debates.
I don't know if he'll do them.
Don't you have to?
Trump's saying he doesn't want to do them either.
That's what I like hearing him just
I
make
know,
fun of people.
but that's where we'll definitely get him as president because he can talk. So all the people in the middle, because
he's just, I don't like
horrible.
him, but he's funny. That's it. That's what I always say.
He is so funny.
He just is so funny because he doesn't give a fuck.
On his Instagram this week, so I mean, when you're listening to this, it will have been like 2 weeks ago, maybe. He shared a video of Biden walking and edited in that he's walking into a retirement village, and like with the theme song, the official page shared that.
God,
I hate it.
I mean, one of his political ads is talking about how when Donald Trump was president, your 401k went up this percent.
Yeah.
When Biden was in office, it fell down like other things. And then it shows a video of him falling. Like that's funny.
Yeah.
Like
God,
it's dumb.
Yeah.
But it's funny that You're just making fun of a guy because he fell over.
It sucks that it's for the president of the United States.
Fucking creator.
It's funny, but now you're like, oh, these are the people running, and that's an issue.
Okay, this is really going to be dated by this point, but after the Super Bowl, did you see what Joe Biden posted on Instagram?
No. What?
It's like a photo of his face, and there's like lasers coming out of his eyes, and then the caption is like something like, "This is planned" or something. Like it was like people were like, "What the fuck? What? You can't post this as the president,
up.
Dude. It's weird as fuck." And I think it was supposed to be a joke about Trump.
Well, also he jokes,
but also dude. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Well, there's also weird, like insider jokes about like on the left and right about Biden. Because the right, they have the like "Let's Go Brandon" thing.
Oh yeah, which is so stupid.
But it was also really funny. Because do you know how it started?
Because it stands for "fuck you," right?
So how it started was a group of people at an event that Biden was at were chanting "fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah,
and then I think someone was like interviewing him about like while it was going on in the background, and he thought they were saying "Let's go Brandon," and so now "Let's go Brandon" means "fuck Joe Biden," which I don't know.
I'm trying to find this. It's not. I don't think it's on his page anymore. It probably got taken down because people are like, "We can't post this." Oh no, I found it, dude.
Is it on his official?
So this is the photo.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And the caption is "just like we drew it up, Chiefs at Chiefs." So it's like, dude, the president posted that.
It'll be on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Like he has like red devil eyes, like lasers coming out. So it's like
I don't know what that's a reference to.
Dude. You're just like admitting that everything's fake or something.
I don't know.
You can't. I saw it. I was like, what? It's on the official?
The weird thing is also is that these are old men. It's not even we have like a young hip president who are doing
these are
this
people in their
70s. It's not like if when Obama started, we were really like a meme heavy culture where he would, I guess like he did do the thanks Obama video.
Yeah.
But that was a great and actual funny video. But then these things, it's just memes.
Yeah, and it's like, but I don't even know if they get it.
It's also wild that like
they're trying to do
there's a video of Donald Trump beating up people on the WWE. Like we're able to use that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that was the president. He was in Home Alone 2. He talked about fucking the contestants on Celebrity Apprentice. We have all this footage of him that's just insane. Like with Biden, all we have is like him being homophobic in the 90s and shit. Like we have that on video, I guess.
You're fine. I wish I could do a Trump.
Yeah, I can't at all.
Or a Joe Biden. It's so funny when people do the impressions and it's like, oh, that's so dialed in.
Yeah, that's wild when they like studied it.
Yeah, like especially when people do like a Joe Biden, like Andrew Santina does a good one. Is that his name?
Yeah.
And because he'll just like, he's so good at doing like Joe Biden now where he won't even like,
he'll just keep talking.
He'll just keep talking about things
tangents,
like what, but you're not saying anything. But it's amazing. It's so funny.
And then Shane Gillis is the best Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, I love his job.
Jamie Foxx is one of the best too.
Jamie Foxx is great.
Yeah,
which is wild.
It's weird how good he is.
I always forget that like Jamie Foxx is just like good at everything.
Maybe the most talented person. Yeah,
and he seems like he'd be cool as hell.
Especially if you like watch his old like stand up comedy shit.
Dude, speaking of stand up comedy, I just watched Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
It's so good. It's so dated. It's so good.
Very, dude. A lot of gay.
You mean the beginning where he does the hard F?
Yeah, a lot of gay jokes.
Yeah, but like that. I mean, back then that was the main thing. They use the hard F in like 16 Candles immediately.
Yeah, but it was like
if you watch 80s movies, they say it a lot. So rough.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd ever seen it, and it was definitely. I was like, man, this is like comedy's so much different now.
Yeah,
but I did like it, and it was funny, but it was also just like weird. But he was having a blast.
Yeah, and people were loving it.
And he was like, I think when he did that, like 22.
Yes, he got famous immediately,
which is insane.
That's kind of like the way a lot of comedians talk about it. It's like you have to do this for 10 years unless you're Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, yeah, because he
was doing. I think he was doing
like
stand-up events, but I think he was doing like clubs at like 14 or something like that.
Oh my god!
I think he was for sure doing it at like 17.
Damn.
Seth Rogen was doing comedy as like a younger teenager. I knew that.
I'd like to see his stand-up.
Yeah, I wonder
what that would be like.
Because I think he immediately just fell into acting and producing and writing.
Yeah, because stand-up is way different.
But like Eddie Murphy was a stand-up for a long time. I wonder what it'd be like him doing it now.
I thought he was back.
I think he's talked about being back. I don't think he's definitely not like put out an hour or anything.
No, but I think he like has played a few shows, like live shows. I think, yeah, which would be
worth
really cool.
looking into. Yeah, because like I wonder, is it still? Has he adapted or not?
Yeah, I wonder if it's like the same type of comedy or it's modern.
Because
comedy.
like people doing comedy when he was doing it, a lot of them are not doing it anymore.
Yeah,
like you still got like Ron White. I guess I don't even know who else is that old and still doing it.
Yeah, but Ron White wasn't. He didn't get big when Eddie Murphy was big.
That's true because Eddie Murphy would have been like 80s, I guess.
Yeah, and Ron White got big like probably in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, because he was the blue collar comedy.
Yeah,
tour.
that's the.
He's
people didn't know who he was,
right? Yeah,
until that. That's what because it's wild to hear his stories where he's like, yeah, I just became a part of this, and then
but it's also weird how the blue collar comedy guys got so fucking rich. It's wild.
Yeah, they just got. It just, I remember
everyone
was obsessed with them.
My parents watched those. I remember growing up, when I was introduced to comedy was Blue Collar. We had like, I think one of theirs.
Which is wild because it's like,
I
don't like, it's just a bunch of country humor. Like,
yeah, but like that was.
And also Larry the Cable Guy, that's fake. Like,
yeah, that's weird. That's not even his voice.
I know,
let alone
like what
his
the
name.
fuck?
Yeah, that's weird. And there's Jeff Foxworthy, shit.
Ron White, and then the other guy.
Yeah, who had Jeff Ingall?
Oh, yeah,
something like that. Bill Engvall? Bill Engvall sounds right.
And then Jeff Foxworthy did Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
And then Here's Your Sign, or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was
Do you remember the country music? So CMT?
Yeah, CMT.
They had so much, like their sitcoms, their comedy stuff. And like they were they were MTV for comedy. It was so weird.
Well, dude, I only watched that channel for one show.
Reba,
dude.
That's such a good show.
A masterpiece. Yeah. One of the best sitcoms.
We do need to watch that at some point just to see how it holds up. Because I remember that being like one of my favorites.
I loved it, dude. Yeah. Just a single mom working 2 jobs.
Yep.
Raising her kids and believing in God. No, I don't think that's the lyrics.
Probably close.
But probably. But what's really cool is I'm pretty sure the guy from Shameless is in it.
Yep, he was. Yeah, he played the boyfriend. Yeah,
but he's like massive. Yeah, just so tall.
What were we talking about before that?
Your trip.
Well, we were talking about Eddie Murphy too. Oh,
politics.
Oh, right, true. Yeah, because we went to like Jamie Foxx to that. I think I don't remember the connections. Robert brought his pen. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some writing. Speaking of that, I'm gonna do some writing right now on air.
Blur it.
They don't have to know what I'm doing.
But also it's weird that Eddie Murphy just also released like a song at one point and it hit #1, I think.
He has a song?
Yeah, My Girl Wants to Party All the Time.
I don't think I know that song.
No, you would maybe recognize it. It was a big song in the 80s. Like it's wild. I'm good. Just all the shit he did as a child.
Yeah. It is wild that a bunch of people in comedy do kind of dip their toes into music for some reason.
Do other people?
I think a lot of people do.
Weird.
Yeah, because I don't know, maybe they make funny songs. But change the subject a little bit. I had a weekend.
You sure did, bud.
We're recording this on the same weekend, so it's still rolling.
Yeah.
I just feel like February has been a lot of unplanned benders.
Sure. Especially for your sober month.
Yeah, dude, I think I've been fucked up this month. More than I have been. Yeah, more than normal. And I started off trying to be sober.
This is probably one of my least drinking months. Or that, like this year has probably been my least drinking.
Oh, I've been fucking hammed so much this year.
Izzy did dry January, so I just didn't, like, if her and I want, like, we're sometimes when we drink, it's just like on a random night, but like we only do it together.
Yeah, exactly.
So like if she's not doing it, I'm fine. Some nights I'll have like a beer.
Yeah, or scotch.
I haven't done a good scotch night in a while. I need to get a new scotch.
Well, or whiskey. CC. CC's good. But my weekend started Friday night.
As most do.
My other project, Gaming Off the Grid. Check it out if you like video games. But part of our Patreon.
Oh, right, yeah.
Plug. Part of our Patreon, we do a monthly Zoom happy hour, which is really badass. So all these people can like virtually talk, and we usually get hammered on it and just chit chat for hours talking about video games and bullshit. And
I am usually there as well.
Yeah, Jacob usually pops in and everyone's like, oh, is that the moist boy?
Yeah, I always feel bad about that too.
Why?
Because like it's the Gaming Off the Grid Patreon.
Yeah, but you see how many people are slowly coming over to Moist Monday? It's fucking awesome.
We need Wes to come over so he can join.
We need to get him on an episode. He's been on the list for a while. We just need to,
we actually need to ask. He just doesn't know about the list.
yeah, we just need to plan it too because it would probably be a long one and we get hammed.
Yeah,
probably just drinking whiskey.
Yeah, we'll have to plan for the next morning,
like a
too.
Saturday.
Yeah,
dude, like a Saturday night. But I got freaking hammed on that happy hour. It was awesome. And then I was gonna go to Iowa City the next day, so I was like, I'm just gonna stay at my parents so that I'm ready to go in the morning.
Yeah.
So then I woke up the next morning and I was hungover.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck. I'm going to Iowa City to see my brother play. I probably, if I'm gonna drink, I'll have one beer because I was like so hungover.
But you were partying with your sister, so.
So we went. I remember like feeling a little nauseous in the car, like that's how hungover I was, you know. And then I had like
I know you're that bad.
Had like a slice of pizza that did help, you know. Food obviously helps. And then we were playing cards at the hotel, waiting for like everyone to get there. And I was like, I guess I'll have a beer while we're playing cards. So then I had 2 beers while we were playing cards.
What cards did you play?
We were playing this game called Hand and Foot.
Right.
It's a game that my family plays a ton. It plays with 6 decks of cards.
Oh,
it's wild. It's a really wild game that's pretty.
You have to be so prepared for that game.
Yeah, but we always are ready.
Okay.
We always are.
Have 6 decks of cards.
Because they're all shuffled together.
Oh, so you have 1 deck for that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's insane. But it's kind of like, it's a pretty easy game once you know how to play, but it's kind of like you're doing a personal solitaire, but not really.
Oh,
but you take
okay.
turns, and yeah, it's fun as fuck.
Okay.
But sometimes, you know, if you're playing, we played it for like 3 hours. It was awesome. But I had a few beers there, and then we went out to dinner before the show, and I was like, I guess I'll have a few more beers. And then I ordered a Su. That's a high octane beer.
Good, very good.
So then I'm
from
feeling
Toppling Goliath.
And then I wasn't hungover anymore. Like I was feeling good.
So let's go.
Yeah. So I was like, let's go. Went to the venue. My brother played at Gabe's, which is this really awesome freaking venue in Iowa City.
And his brother's also a fucking prodigy.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
dude.
frustrating how talented that
Every
man
time I
is.
see him, he's better. And I'm like, how do you get better?
Yeah, because he's been playing Eruption for a decade. How is he getting better?
Yeah, he was like, this next one is like a tribute that I wrote to Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of tapping that he wrote.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
And what, he's 19?
yeah, he's 19.
God.
Fucking insane.
He's in
dude.
Nashville.
And
He'll be famous one day, and we'll try to piggyback off of that by having him on an episode.
and he would be so honored.
Yep.
Because I'm his older brother. That's the wild part.
He didn't get that we were losers in high school. He looked up to us.
Yeah, dude. Now look at us. A podcast, baby.
Woo! Yeah, what's he doing?
I'm peaking. Let's go.
Our new peak.
Yeah. So it was really cool because my old band had played there before, and it's just an awesome venue. So I had a few beers there, hung out. But he played first, luckily.
Okay.
They had a 45-minute set to
Jesus
open, and I was like,
Christ.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But then, like, we all left.
Yeah.
And my brother ended up telling me later in the night, he's like, for like the headlining band, nobody was there. And I was like, yeah, I've been to shows like that before, like where like,
you were the opener or the headliner?
where vice versa.
Yeah.
I've been at both where it's like there's a lot of people, and then sometimes when you go on to play, everyone's gone, and you're like, this sucks.
That would
Because sometimes
suck.
you're like, oh, it's gonna be a good show. People are here, and then they just leave.
And you're still up there playing.
But also, they didn't start. My brother's band started at 9.
Oh.
So they played 9 to 9:45. It's just a late show,
Yeah.
so that means like when the headliner goes on, it's midnight.
Well, yeah, it's that like adults would leave. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's already late for some people.
Yeah.
So I was just hanging
Do you
out.
know what bands did play?
I don't know.
None like that.
I didn't recognize any of
Okay.
them. But it was fun. It's just it was like very dive bar esque, you know,
Oh,
that
yes.
venue.
No,
So
I love
it was
Gabe's.
super fun. And then I was hanging out with my sisters, and like one of my sister's friends was there. That was cool. I never met him before, and I was like, I want to hit the town.
Yeah. Play with the college kids.
Well, it's wild because I go to Iowa City a lot to hang out with my sisters, and I've always wanted to go out and have a wild night with them.
I do want to show you around the Iowa City that
That'd
I
be
know.
fun as fuck.
Yeah, we should do that.
But every time I go there, we always just hang out at the house, or we go out for a dinner, and then we just like get high.
Yeah.
So then we don't ever hit out the town. So this is my first time experiencing like an Iowa City weekend, even
Yeah.
though I go to visit my sisters all the time.
we should do
It was insane.
I'll take you like you and your sisters on like what my weekend at Iowa City would
Oh,
be
that'd be
like.
fun as
That would be
fuck.
really fun.
I was like, because we stood out to bar close.
Yeah.
And it was a Saturday night in College Town, and I was like, holy crap, this is wild. It was the Wild West, but also everyone was so annoying.
Sure.
Like, just a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Kids, yeah.
Just like being so, and this is what I said. I mean, I was like really drunk when I said this, but I was like, I kind of don't miss being that age, but when you're that age, you think you're the main character.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're the main character, and they're hammered, and it's just people are chaos. Dude.
Yeah, like I do remember that age in Iowa City.
And you think you're the main character.
Well, also like we were doing shit that people were into, so it was fun. And like I do miss being. I guess we probably could do this in Des Moines, but like being out and about and running into people, I guess we've done that quite a bit. We've done that,
but like Iowa City is like there's people everywhere.
Yeah,
it's a walking town.
It was also like college towns are so fun, especially when you're that age where it's like, oh, this is everybody in my age group.
Yeah, what sucks is I never had like a real college experience of that.
Yeah.
So I missed out on that, and so I kind of relived it last night, and it was awesome.
You're not 30 yet.
Yeah, but I definitely did feel old.
Yeah.
Because we went to the gay bar. It's called Studio.
Yep.
It's one of the best gay bars. It's cool as hell.
It's such a like Iowa City is so gay too, and it's so fun.
It was because there's like 2 levels. So the bottom level is like where they do karaoke, and
that's where the bottoms are,
and there's a bunch of arcade machines.
What they got?
So I played. I mean, they got just a few pinball machines.
Okay.
They got skee ball.
Sure.
And then they got a few of those ones where there's like 20 games and you can pick. So I played Ms. Pac-Man on one of those. Like, and that's fun.
Okay.
But
Didn't know that.
we drank, and then there was a drag show going on. And so we went to the drag show, and it was cool because I'd never been to a drag show like this where everyone is just standing, and like the stage is like right there, and people are just. Like I've always been to drag shows where it's just tables.
Yeah.
But like, no, everybody's standing around the stage, and like the stage is like barely higher.
Well, because that's the Saddle. We don't go to the Saddle to go to shows often. We usually go to shows at the Garden.
Oh, okay.
And the Saddle we just drank
So
at.
they do that at the Saddle?
The Saddle stage is much more similar to Studio.
Yeah. But they put on a drag show, and what I liked about it is they did like
drag queens.
I'll get to that. But they did like a weird like twerking contest, and my sister was like, "Oh, they do this every weekend. Like they just 5 people from the audience go up, and then the winner got like drinks."
Oh,
and it was like up? No, but it was wild to watch.
Sure,
because I was like,
"Who did go up?"
Just 5 random people.
Oh, so say it's rather like hot, drunk college girls or the fucking like twinks that do drag, and like there was a
pretty fit dude wearing like a mesh shirt that was up there, and he got second place.
Okay.
But it was a hot girl that won.
And
she was wearing like it was like 21st badge or something. Or
Jesus!
So it was like her
first
21st
night out. Goddamn!
But she was real. I mean, I was like, that's good twerking. Can't complain. But then they did the drag show, and what's cool about it is, I've been to drag shows before where I'm just like, okay, I get it. Sometimes they're just too long.
Yep.
But what's nice about this one is there was only like 4 or 5 performers. All of them were amazing, and then they were like, all right, that's it.
Nice.
And then it just turns into a dance floor.
Nice.
So like once the show's over, everybody just moves on stage and they start. It's a rave.
That is fun.
It's wild.
Yeah, because we've been to some drag shows where it will be like 12 performers, and like
some of them
half of them are just like kind of there, and then there's like the really good ones, and I think the really good ones are the ones who also play at Studio, because I know a lot of them do. Like a lot of our friends that do good drag.
But it was just like real quick, all good, and then that was it. And I was like, oh, I like that, just in and out. I did fall in love. I do have a new favorite drag performer. I wish I remember what her name was. It's Hollywood something.
Okay,
but she was like this really tall African American chick.
Yeah,
hot as fuck.
Yeah.
But also a dude.
So this was one where, or assuming that they are a dude, yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah.
But I was just like, holy, that's a powerhouse. And they
Which
did
is so funny because the other drag queen you fall in love with was black as well, and also a very, not like strong as in like muscular, but very powerful.
Yeah, dude. I just like powerful women. And I guess men.
I think they're mainly based in Omaha now, but we're in Des Moines. Fucking Baby Girl.
Baby Girl's
great performer.
Yeah, Baby Girl's badass.
I performed with them a bunch. One of my favorite people I've gotten the chance to be on stage with.
Yeah, the first time
you gave her so much money.
Yeah. First time I saw her, I was really drunk and
in love.
She tricked me.
Yeah.
She tricked me.
God.
Because I was like, yeah, what if it is a girl? I kept being like,
well, they have transitioned since actually, so you're not gay.
Not gay.
But now you might be again.
Yeah, I might be again.
And that's okay.
Hey, I was at the gay bar. It was really fun. And then we didn't like hang out at the rave, even though I was kind of like, this would be fun.
Yeah.
But it is also weird because I'm like, they're like 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, you're hot, but also like, I feel.
When were you? Were you born first or did the towers fall first? Like, yeah.
That's what someone said. It's post hours.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah. Well, I'm getting old enough where they're adults.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Well, yeah, 'cause someone born in 2001 can be 23.
Yeah, that's my sister. Yeah.
Ah. God, that's horrible. I hate that.
My brother was born in 2004.
Ugh. That's dumb.
Yeah.
He's dumb for that.
It sucks.
Ugh.
But that's what sucks about going out to in a college town is like, you know, sometimes you're like, if you're single, you know, you're like looking around and then so I'm like, oh, you're hot. But then I'm also like, but you're also fucking.
Yeah, you might
there were so many people that were like, oh, just turned 21. I'm just like, oh, God damn it.
You don't even have an opinion on Drake's head. You like
you're just getting fucked up.
You like everything. And like, God, I miss that. Liking everything.
Where you're just like, give me fucked up, please.
Well, I mean,
shove it in my throat.
Yeah, just juice. Like all that bullshit of like the crazy mixed drinks that'd be at parties and you'd have 5 glasses of it. Oh, someone has a shot of rum? Sure.
I'll do it.
Chug some whiskey. That's fine.
Oh, you want to do Rumble Mints? Sure.
Oh, I got iced. Let's chug this Smirnoff. And you were, I would still get crazy hungover the next day.
Yeah. But better.
But also,
my hangovers suck.
But also, I haven't been that drunk in so long, especially off of that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. I usually just stick to 1 or 2 things.
We'll have some beer and some whiskey. Yeah,
I'm not mixing everything.
I'm not taking anything someone hands me.
And that's what they do. They go, woo. What is wild at studio was there's a guy that's always walking around. I don't know if this happened when you were there. He's always walking around with a tray of shots, and you could just pay him, and he'll just give you the shots, and it's always different types of shots.
Interesting.
And he's always walking around.
No, people like that.
How is he not spilling them?
For me, anytime I've been to a gay club and I see someone walking around selling shit, it's Coke.
Oh,
yeah.
No. And then a certain point in the night, he just took off his shirt and was doing it.
Probably made more money.
Yeah, that's right. I'm like, does he get tips or something? I don't know how that works. But people were buying them.
Sure.
But then, since it was a karaoke bar in the basement, my sister was like, you want to sing a song with me?
Which sister?
Annie.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, fuck. I get so nervous, even though I was drunk. But I was also like, there's a lot of attractive people around here.
Yeah.
And most of them are gay.
That's true.
So I should have just maybe said that out loud.
Right. Said that the first thing you grabbed the mic. Just, there's a lot of attractive people here, but most of you are gay. And then everyone will be like, which way do you mean that? Like, are you excited who's actually attracted to you? Or
yeah. Or you're just in a sidebar real quick. So at studio, they have gender neutral bathrooms, which I don't have anything against, but this is my first time.
Wait, so gender neutral, but like still open?
Still open. Yep. So this is my first time experiencing that.
Because like I'm also not against that. It's just I would feel weird pooping next to a woman.
This is what happened. So I had to go pee, and
because then you don't even know which one has more.
I know. So I had to go pee, and I walk in. And I thought it was just a single stall. No, it was like, a bathroom.
Yeah, because I assumed single stall if it's gender neutral.
No, it's like a bathroom, you can hang out. I walk in, empty. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So I go in there. And
Did it still have urinals?
No, it's just 2 toilets.
Okay.
Like with dividers and then
because I imagine it used to be men and women still.
Yeah. No, but it was gender neutral.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I went in one of the stalls, closed the door, just because I'm peeing. I don't want. So anybody can walk in. And then as I'm peeing, a group of girls come in. And one goes in the stall and starts peeing. Yeah. And then the rest of them are standing there talking. And the girl peeing is talking. And I'm just like, you don't know I'm in here.
Because also, straight women go to the bathroom. I guess I don't know if gay women do too.
Yeah, but dude, I was like,
women go to the bathroom together.
And they were just talking. And I was just like, oh God.
Because
then I get to, and then open the door, just,
hello.
And just sneak past them. I'm going to wash my hands because sometimes I don't.
Right, yeah, but you definitely will that night, yeah.
And I was just like, this is
horrible.
Weird.
Yeah.
Nothing against gender neutral bathrooms.
No, but
as
a straight cis man, they are. I would just prefer to be in the one that guys prefer to, because I don't want to.
Well, I didn't want them because I feel like I might have made them uncomfortable.
Right,
and I was just going to the bathroom.
We are both openly aware of that. Of like, I don't want to be perceived as creepy because then I just feel bad because I could fuck up your night. Like I just had to pee.
They didn't seem bothered by it at all.
That's good.
But they were hammered,
right? Yeah,
and they're probably used to it.
Yeah,
but I wasn't. It was wild. But then,
what if you had to poop?
Yeah.
Could you? I don't know if I could shit if I heard 7 drunk women outside.
Well, and then one time I had to go pee again, and there was a big line, but it wasn't a line. It was just people like
Hanging?
someone hanging out with the bathroom door wide open, and then like I think like some girl was getting sick in there, so like
Okay.
they were like, and there was like this giant group, and I'm just like just peeing in the next stall while this girl's going.
Did either bathroom have a urinal?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
you-
I only went in one of them.
Okay.
So the other one might have, but
Yeah.
it was just it was weirdest. It was weird.
Yeah, no, that I think that's fair.
I was just like, I have to pull my dick out,
Yeah.
and
And there's women who don't know that I'm a what.
they know
They would know,
yeah,
but it's just like it's not agreed upon.
Yeah, it just made me feel
Yeah, I
weird.
get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So karaoke.
Yes.
My sister signs me up, and I'm like, "What song are we doing?"
Did she choose?
Yeah,
completely. Okay.
And she goes, "We're gonna sing Thrift Shop."
That's a complicated song.
Yeah.
Did you take the what? What?
And we just did the whole
What?
thing together.
What? Like you both said every word?
Yeah, kind of. But also, it's kind of hard to hear the music sometimes, and
Yeah.
those verses are fast as fuck.
Yeah. Walk up to the club like, what up?
I got a big cock. I remember saying that like
Something
confident.
at the thrift shop.
I sit in this
Something.
class, look
Grab
at
a hold of
girls
me
really
tight.
Nope,
Flow
no.
like a harpoon daily and night.
No, that's a different song. But it was. I was like,
I'm gonna pop some.
yeah, and then I knew the chorus,
Yeah,
but
I
it was like
know.
most of the
Only
time I was like,
got $20 in my pocket.
sometimes I would just quit
I'm
singing and
hunting,
drink.
looking for the come up. This is fucking awesome.
But it was when the song came on, people like went crazy and were like,
Yeah.
It's also wild. It was a karaoke bar, and I've never seen this either. But it was just like the drag thing where there was a bunch of people just standing in front of the stage, dancing and singing.
Oh, to the song as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
And I was just like, "What is going on?"
It's a little bit better of a thing.
It is fun, but
I
then,
think you and
but then I'm like literally, it's like an audience because there's people standing right in front of me staring at me.
Yeah.
And it's an attractive women.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
And they might not even care about you.
yeah, well, yeah. But I'm just like, God, hopefully you don't follow me to the bathroom. Make me nervous.
Smell my poop.
Getting pee shy over here. But we partied like crazy. Then they took me to a pizza place that's open late that sells by slice.
What place?
I think it's called the Mesa.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Dude, this was out of control.
Shit, I need to figure out which pizza place we always went to in Iowa City. It wasn't necessarily the best, but it was solid.
This one was really good.
Gumby's?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. But it was literally like, it was just like this hallway building kind of. And there was this massive line of just drunk college people.
Yeah.
Because you just go up and what's wild is they have so many different flavors of pizza and you just point to, I want that one, that one. So I got like a mac and cheese, a weird Alfredo one, and a pepperoni.
That does sound great.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I was like really drunk and I
Yeah.
was just
woofing it down.
but the line was forever and
Right.
they had security in there.
Probably good.
Yeah, but it's just like, dude, people are going crazy.
God, doing an Iowa City weekend would be weird because rather it would be super fun if
Yeah,
you
I-
let loose, or you just feel like the old man.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Luckily,
And
I was
the
hanging out
issue
with younger people, but
Because the issue is also, I keep forgetting, I look older than college now.
Yes.
Like I am a guaranteed, I look older than college.
I did. So I dressed up a little fancy yesterday.
Sure.
I just wore these khakis, Converse. But then I have a rubber duck button up.
Yep.
So I just wore that. It's like short sleeve, so it's kind of fancy, but still casual. Dude, I got so many compliments on it. Like when I met so many people were coming up to me like, "Oh, I like your shirt," and it's always like girls.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Stop it.
what do I do? There's a few times like I'm standing at the bar waiting to get a drink, and then they're like, "Oh, I like your shirt," and then I start talking to them, and then I'm like, I felt brave saying this. Like I was like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" Like I was gonna buy them a drink,
Yeah.
And both times they were like, "I'm actually. Can you just give me like 3 waters?"
Oh.
So that happened once, and then like the next time it was a different girl, and we complimented her shirt. I was like, "Oh, so what are you drinking?" And she goes, "Actually, you just need 2 waters." Like I was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, you can't even.
I felt so brave.
Because also, if a girl orders waters, that kind of means don't keep talking to it.
I think she was like going back to like her
Take
friends.
care of
Yeah.
people, yeah.
But-
that's like, oh, you're doing something right now.
Yeah.
You're not just hanging out.
But she was making conversation with me, so then I was like, "Let me take it a step further."
That's so funny.
And then, actually,
Do you remember last
it was
time?
wild.
Do you remember last time you and I did karaoke? And this was, I think, right before I met Izzy, where I was flirting with that
cougar,
mom.
dude.
She was a
Yeah.
fucking milf.
That cougar, yeah.
But you
Rawr.
bought me and her drinks, and then she was like, "Oh, I have a gluten allergy," and then so I just have 2 beers. And I'm
Yeah.
talking to this girl
Double fisting. Yeah, that's like,
because you're like, oh, you can have them, and then you leave, and I'm just like,
Yeah, because I'm like,
2 beers because you were so locked into this wingman plan, and it fired.
that dude. So I think like it's fun to dress up a little bit when you go out. It's like
Yeah.
a good compliment and
Iowa
icebreaker.
City, we used to wear suits and go out.
That's fun as fuck.
but like it's still like fun suits, like not like
Yeah,
not like
businessman.
church suits. Yeah,
But it was the rubber duck one's great because it's like a little cute.
yeah.
You know, so then a bunch of girls are like, "Oh, that's cute,"
Yeah.
and
Opens the door.
And a few times I was like, you know,
You're
it's like
cute.
kind of nice, but it's casual. And
Yeah.
like they're like, "Oh yeah, it has a collar, but there's ducks on it." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then like I was fucking hammered, but I got
Sure.
into like a conversation like, "Oh, so do you like rubber ducks?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have actually too many."
Yeah, I have 318.
And she's
rubber
like,
ducks.
well, what do you mean by too many? And I'm like, I don't have room for them anymore. And she's like, that doesn't sound bad. And I go, no. I have two. And I told her, like, in my kitchen, I have double rows of them. And she said, that sounds awesome. And I'm like, yeah, but then I have more on top of that. They're like, they're everywhere. I just have some on my floor right now because I don't know where to put them.
You are one of those people where like you got locked into a one gift thing.
Yeah, that's what people get. And I just don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
But I'm going to get them for the rest of my life.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever joined your rubber duck train.
Oh, God.
But,
and now I just put this together.
Yeah,
Now I drive a Jeep.
that is true. That's a rubber duck
It's
thing
a rubber
too.
duck, so maybe I'll just start putting them in the car.
Sure, you can leave some with your parents, tell them to do the Jeep thing.
Well, what do you mean? What's the Jeep thing?
Like you leave, like that's a rubber duck and Jeeps are a thing.
Oh, but
You
it's
give
like
them
a
to other
prank?
Jeep people.
Oh, okay, I didn't
Not
know
a prank. No, you give them to other people.
That. Wow, okay, so I can be part of the Jeep community.
Yeah,
Nice.
and just
dude.
leave them in the car.
I have so fucking many.
Blow them
Up.
to the ceiling. see
But it
what
was
happens.
a great weekend. But then I went to bed at like 3.
Yeah,
And then like I was like, I need to get back because we're gonna do stuff today.
yeah,
So then my stepdad was coming back early for church.
yeah.
So he got up at 5 and we left at 6. So I slept for like 2.5 hours and then I slept in the car. And then when I got home, I took a nap.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh God. Like I literally felt like when I laid down, because I slept on like the couch in
Yeah.
the hotel room. I like, as soon as I laid down, my alarm was going off and I was like, fuck.
Ugh, I hate
and I texted
that.
my sisters. I was like, it's 6 a.m. and I think I'm still drunk.
Sure. God.
Like I was like, I think I'm still fucked up.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't have to drive back then.
Yeah, I know.
That would suck.
Because the rest of my family was going to stay and hang out, but then they came back early, and I was like, so I could have fucking not woken up early
It's 5.
because
Yeah.
they got back at like noon. So it's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you could have just slept for another 4 hours and gotten back at the same time you woke up.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah, that sucks.
it was nice though to have a nap in my bed.
Sure.
you
Yeah,
know?
that is better
Yes.
than a hotel couch.
Yeah. So, but that was my weekend, and it was. I'm just like, God. It
You
was
find
fun.
that drag queen. Yeah.
That drag queen was incredible.
Yeah, look them up if they ever come here because I bet they do. Or they might even be from here because a lot of drag queens there are.
I was like really drunk, and I wanted to do this, but I was too nervous.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a photo with her.
Sure.
You know, because she was just standing at the bar
And
at
you were-
post show.
and you were just a
hanging
little bit
out.
behind the bar staring at her.
No, like we were talking, and then she was just right there, and I was like,
Oh, you didn't talk to
oh
her,
my
though?
God, powerhouse. No, but I was like, but I wanted to be like, hey, can you take a photo of me?
Yeah.
Because
I'd
she
love
probably
to.
would have been hell yeah.
Yeah, no, they get so excited about that.
And just like she's like 2 feet taller than me. I'm just like, hello.
And just beautiful.
Just gorgeous, but wearing like 8-inch
Right,
fucking
yeah.
heels and already strong as fuck. Yeah, something about like really good drag.
Yeah.
Gets me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really
Maybe
good.
you're gay.
I took an autism test. Where's the gay test? Is there a gay test?
I think it's taking a dick in your ass.
I think the test. I think if you look it up, it goes.
You're
you
probably-
should probably. If
Try
you're
it.
looking this up,
Try it out.
you might be.
Take a swing.
No, but the thing is like I was like, oh, you're gorgeous. But I bet if I saw a penis, I would go, not anymore. And it's like, what's wild is they're so gorgeous, like when they're all dolled up.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I see like them on Facebook and I'm like, who the fuck are you? How is that
Sometimes-
the same person?
Some of them are the hottest men ever, though.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
one in Des Moines. They wouldn't mind the shout out. Robin Graves.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the most attractive drag queen I've seen, but also their like normal version, I guess. Yeah, is
Still,
and like I guess I'm not positive. But I think they are a gay man who does drag
yeah,
queen.
yeah.
So so they're like, man, when they're normal is the most beautiful person too, and it's
That's not fair.
Yeah.
You can't have two beautiful persons
Right,
in
yeah.
one. I have 0. Come on.
Oh, we haven't seen you in drag yet.
I did have an idea, and I don't, because we know some people that do drag makeup.
We know a lot of people that do drag
So
makeup.
I wonder, like, if we were like, hey, can you make us look pretty in
for
drag?
an episode of
How would
Voice
it,
Monday.
Like, I wonder how they would do it with the facial hair. I've never seen a lot of drag with facial hair.
I have, and usually it's glitter.
You're just a glitter beard.
It's full glitter beard.
I just realized I'm hot. Oh, that's what power of makeup.
This is me now.
But it is. But it.
I would fully shave for that.
Yeah, because I bet you could get real dolled up,
Maybe, yeah.
and you get your cheekbones fucking exposed. Is that what they do?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But sometimes what's weird about the drag is, you know, especially drag queens, is like sometimes I'm like, oh, I know, I can tell that's a dude. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Some are just the most beautiful women you've seen.
But like this one, I was like, oh, god damn. Like I 2% know you're a dude.
Yeah, and
the rest of this I'm just obsessed with
I'm
you.
blocking that 2% out.
Yeah, because the rest of this I'm like, you're hot.
Yeah, I'm not doing 2%. I'm rolling skim, baby.
Yeah. That was my weekend. It was freaking fun, but I am ready to
Experiment.
I don't know if I could, dude. If we're being honest,
All right.
like if a hard cock.
Well, the thing is, they would face away. You keep the wig on.
Oh, so you're saying you could fuck a dude, not get fucked by a dude?
That's
What's
very
the least-
different.
Yeah, that's less gay.
I mean, it's less different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's still doggy.
You put your dick in something. You've never had a dick in you.
Yeah, but like
That's a big difference.
But like, there's foreplay. So then it's like, what if they want you to give them a blowjob? I could not put a penis in my mouth.
That'd be something different.
That'd be something different.
I'm not saying there wouldn't be a spot where I could try, maybe. But also my thing is like I've never done it before. I'm gonna do a bad job.
nervous.
I got sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I also have a fiance, but that's besides. the point. Yeah.
but you also have gotten your dick sucked, so you do know what makes it feel good.
I don't know if I can recreate that.
Yeah, that's true. All that tongue movement.
I've heard a great song on piano. I can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the artist.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference is like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're attractive, but if there was I don't even know if I could make out, to be honest.
Oh, you could.
Oh,
It's great.
if they're in full drag, maybe.
You've kissed me.
We've never, but I haven't made out.
That is true.
A kiss is different than like a making
Well,
out,
you
because then
think-
both of us are getting hard,
Okay, well,
and then I don't know what to do with my hands.
you know exactly what to do. Your hands.
Go skiing.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I know. Two poles, yeah.
And one's mine.
But all right. But you think if they are a drag queen,
Yeah.
no mustache,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't even feel it.
Yeah, that's true. It'd
Yeah.
be like kissing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like
I've kissed shaved faces before.
yeah, you've kissed plenty of shaved faces. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just when it started exploring with my hands.
Yeah, no,
I'm
like-
finding a treasure I don't want.
But also grab the ass. They also usually have titties strapped on. They won't get anything out of it, but you can squeeze them.
Yeah. That just feels like I'm getting trapped.
I think I think you read booby trap and you're running headlong. Yeah.
Somebody told me recently that booby trap is like
Oh, it's a French word.
it's
I
a
think.
French word for fool.
Yeah. That
Which
like
makes-
booby means fool or
Which
something like
makes
that. Yeah.
sense because it's like, oh,
You got fooled.
well, boobies fool me.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
a man.
I guess I don't know if their boobs have nipples though.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
No.
Or
The
it's just
ones
a
that always-
padded bra.
Maybe.
I don't know how it works.
No, because usually it's like it will be attached to the skin too, so you can get cleavage too.
Oh yeah, and sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, oh damn,
Those are great.
but not real.
Yeah, but like also sometimes great boobs aren't real either.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen fake boobs in real life.
I don't think I have either.
I've seen modified boobs, like surgery,
Sure.
like
Like a mastectomy?
a what?
Mastectomy? That's a breast cancer one.
Oh, I know. But I've seen like this is 2 people I've been with have
Oh.
had breast reduction surgery.
I guess I have seen breast reduction, yeah.
Yeah, And it's just like, what the heck?
I wonder what they were before.
I've seen photos for both of them.
There you go.
And I'm just like, those are massive.
Sure. That would be frustrating if they just keep growing.
Like, you get it reduced and it's just like, what? It's coming back.
Well, no, even just like through puberty, you're like, great, I have tits now.
And then just,
They just keep fucking going. Yeah.
and you're like hunched over.
Yeah, and they get back issues.
Yeah.
Because how long would my dick have to be where I'd be like, all right, can we cut this back?
Exactly.
A foot and a half? Like, legitimate, like...
That's how, I mean, but boobs are so, when they get big, they're so heavy.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying, like honestly...
They can plop.
No, like, how big could your dick be where you'd be like, can we... I need to look up if I can stop
it's affecting, like, me walking. You know what I mean? Like,
I think a foot and a half is honestly my thing. 18 inches? Because if I had a foot-long dick, which I do not, ladies and gentlemen...
I don't know, maybe 10 inches. Because if you're wearing jeans, where's it going?
Well, we couldn't wear these skinny jeans anymore.
I know, but like, I just feel like I'd be fucking packing.
I would let myself
I would be.
Yeah. I would let myself get a foot-long dick, though, if it just happened that way.
If it does keep growing.
I wouldn't Google it.
If it does keep growing, I would let it.
Yeah, but like, at what point do you Google like how to stop it? I think...
That's the Google search. My dick won't stop growing.
Please help.
But it's soft.
That would be the issue, is it because it would get longer soft too.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like normal everyday activities.
8-inch soft dick.
Exactly. Where the fuck are you putting it?
I think you like kind of like what's like that like bubble or like the what's the gum that's wrapped around the container?
Oh, bubble.
Like,
yeah, but yeah, the pink ball.
Yeah, I would like do that with itself. God,
I don't think you can. I've tried bending my penis before. I don't think
it bends.
Yeah, but not enough to fold it on itself.
I don't have enough to do that to get a cinnamon roll going.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And then you just go.
Yeah, let me just
let me just roll out the red carpet, baby. And that has been the Moist Monday podcast.
Oh, goddamn. All right.
Ending with the dicks.
We usually get there.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Moist Monday Podcast. And while you're at it, why don't you follow us over at X?
Oh, you made an X account?
I made us a Twitter, baby.
So that might be smart.
Yeah, I made us a Twitter. I think you can do clips on there. I don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't even know if we have a post on there, to be honest.
Okay,
but we have it.
Look us up.
Subscribe to us on YouTube, Moist Monday Podcast. Rate us 5 stars on all the podcast apps.
Yes, please. We love it so much.
And hopefully you have a freaking great start to your March.
Yeah, and tune in next week for our updated Moist Movie of the Month.
Yeah. Updated.
Yeah, we'll have to do a March one.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about We haven't picked the movie yet.
Yes.
Because, spoiler alert, this is coming out way after, but we haven't even seen Heavyweights yet.
We're watching it tonight.
We're watching it tonight, and it's going to come out this week.
Yeah.
But by the time you hear this, it will already be out.
So I hope you enjoyed it.
And that is called Inception.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.